Hello everyone, I'm Mary Linda Weich, the anchor of Building Bridges. My goal for our time today is to be a bridge that connects you to other bridges by sharing stories inspired by people in our midst who are quietly doing extraordinary things. How many of you have dreams that you feel are unreachable due to seemingly insurmountable obstacles? Well, the obstacles that will block you from achieving your goals will be there whether or not you are ready for them. Handling obstacles is critically important to your success. And with that said, I'm happy to welcome today's guest, Ms. Craijece Danielle. She's an up-and-coming actor, director, and writer originally from Richmond, Virginia, who now resides and works in Los Angeles. She is a graduate of Ohio State University, earned her MA degree from New York Film Academy, and as you will learn today, her perseverance and determination has helped her find ways to keep striving for her goal. Thank you for joining us today, Craijece Danielle. You've accomplished quite a body of work so far. Can you tell us briefly about your journey from Richmond to Los Angeles in order to pursue your dream?
Absolutely. So I took a leap of faith literally and booked a one-way flight without having a place to live or even a job. I was accepted into NYFA, but I had no idea how I would even be paying for school. So I ended up booking my mom a flight for only 10 days, packing my car and getting it ready to be shipped to LA with everything that I needed. Before I left Richmond, I remember telling my family that I don't care if I have to sleep in my car. I'm not leaving LA until I get what God promised me. With the help of my mom, I was able to find a job, 2 jobs, and a place to live within the first 7 days of being out there. I got to attend school. Thank God I got approved for a Grad Plus loan. I graduated with a 3.9 cum and I received an acting manager right upon graduating. So things were happening, of course, until I could not afford to pay my rent anymore, which eventually led to me experiencing homelessness, where I did have to sleep in my car. I house hopped and I spent 6 months in a homeless shelter. During that time, though, I wrote monologues. I studied and I observed people around me and their behaviors, and honestly, I just made the most of it. Of course, my family worried about me and they wanted me to move back home, but I assured them that I was in fact prepared for what I was experiencing. And I knew then, like I know now, God has a purpose and a plan for my life. And here I am, an apartment and 8 films later.
Most people would have thrown in the towel and given up, but you didn't. Can you point out 3 things that you would advise others to do to keep that from happening?
If I had to point out just 3 points of advice, the first one would to be focus on what God promised you, because the sole job of the enemy is to make it look like what God promised you isn't going to happen. Number 2, if you can't go a day without thinking about it, then don't go a day without working towards it. Faith without works is dead. You have to trust and enjoy the process, even the ugly parts, because that is where true growth comes. And lastly, something my mother instilled in me as a little girl that my grandmother shared with her, which I actually live by this. You never know why you go through something, but you can always use what you've been through to help somebody else.
Thank you for that great advice. Your story is certainly one of encouragement and inspiration for anyone chasing their dream. We can take steps to control how we respond to what comes our way. And how can the audience find out more about you and follow your career?
Yes, the audience can reach me via Facebook and Instagram, my social media at Craijece Danielle. That's CraijeceDanielle. And also feel free to email me at Craijece Danielle.
Thank you so much, Craijece Danielle. And thanks everyone for joining us today. And please join us again next month, same time here on Fox 5 Plus. And remember, sometimes we need a bridge and sometimes we are that bridge.